In 2006, they attempted to recruit me into a hidden operation regarding the alternative 3 colonization on Mars scenario. I was pre-targeted before birth. Because when I was being recruited, they set me up with a partner that was, acting as bait. They told me I couldn't be mind controlled after the fact and said, we tried to heart control you. Basically, had me fall in love with somebody. And he got his limbs blown off and grown back with these technologies. And if you're off planet buying a condo on Mars and you've got all this advanced technology and you have cures for cancer and everything like that, it's like they're not caring about us. And so if you Google Captain K and Randy Kramer, he discloses everything. 5 colonies on Mars, which he defended. We're not sure if the memories have been downloaded into him because he's been cloned and age reversed. Alternatives 1, 2, and 3. When President Eisenhower was in office, he commissioned a secret society known as the Jason Society in 1955, which is considered to be a branch of Majestic 12. Truman established MJ-12 while in office. The Jason Scholars was created to sift through all the facts, evidence, technology, lies, and deceptions, and find the truth of the alien question. Alternatives 1, 2, and 3 are 3 agendas recommended by Jason Society scholars and are related to different scenarios to prevent a possible future doomsday that is more than likely induced and not natural. HARP technologies and weather modification can control weather and induce superstorms. So what are we running from here? If it's nature doing it, why do we need to run? We feel like it's okay when it's from nature because we understand nature's need to create equilibrium. And very often nature doesn't target huge communities to wipe people out. These technologies can steer storms in certain directions. It can enhance storms, but there already has to be something going on. And but the original intent of these agendas seem to be pretty darn good. It makes sense to protect the human genome and go off planet. And we are going to go off planet. It's not about not going off planet. And it does make sense to, want to protect the human genome, but when you get all of this in the wrong hands or the wrong people are in charge of this stuff, then it's for them and not everybody. And it's about hoarding the technologies and basically compromising the human race, pulling them into a new world order system so that they can continue to feed on them when all this technology should be shared. We should be taking care of, our human family with these advanced technologies. And they've chosen to cut us off and just, service themselves. The first alternative is about the use of nuclear devices to blast holes in the stratosphere from which heat and pollution could escape into space. Okay, maybe that's the ozone hole and they did try that, who knows? But that just seems kind of silly. Unless back then they didn't know about the ionosphere, I'm not sure. The second aims at building a network of underground cities and tunnels in which mankind's selected elite could survive. The third deals with a secret space colonization program on Mars with the same purpose. Phil Schneider mentioned there are about 131 deep underground military bases in the USA. Others have mentioned 4,000 worldwide. If nobody knows, I didn't mention who Phil Schneider was, I'm sorry. He was a whistleblower. He was a part of creating the underground bases, and he was in the Dulce Wars and actually was injured and started to recognize that the work he was doing was not in alignment with who he was. He started to recognize the darker agenda, started to speak out, and he was murdered. Any of the names that I mentioned or anything I mentioned, you can always contact me. I have my business cards. If you walk away with your going, what did she mean by this or that? Feel free to write me. I'll do my best to get back to you. But I like to make myself available. I'm not here to share information and then have people leave completely confused.
That number, 131, that was 20 years ago.
Right, that he said that. Yeah, so who knows now? So on Zeta Talk website, it says those connected to Alternative 3 are serviced to self-Zeta Greys. So through much patriotic programming, they have managed to convince many well-intentioned people that it was in our best interest to move off planet. Behind the scenes, a catastrophic timeline is purposely being created, though, to thin out the population and begin the creation of a transhumanism agenda. So, it does sound convincing, but then at the same time, it's like there's a construction of artificial timelines that has been going on for the last 26,000 years. So it's like, well, let's get a grip on that. And then let's look at all this. Because when I was being recruited, they set me up with a partner that was, acting as bait. They told me I couldn't be mind controlled after the fact and said, we tried to heart control you. Basically, had me fall in love with somebody. They use the looking glass technologies that I mentioned before, which are quantum access technologies that can go into past lives. And they saw that we were very connected and we were a partnership. And they targeted us in this lifetime, pulled him into the projects, trauma-based mind controlled him to serve that agenda, and then they sent him to a festival to meet up with me, or this gathering I was at. And I just thought I was meeting just a person who I had familiarity with, and then all this stuff ended up coming through, and they wanted him to take me to Mars, and they thought that of course I wouldn't refuse, because it's like, I'm going to follow love to Mars. It's like, no, as sensitive as I am and as much as I love love, my bullshit meter works. Okay. And I try to help him, and I pray for him every day that, he is free of all that stuff. Eisenhower is part of the creation of the secret space programs, but without his leadership, many failing organizations had no accountability to their actions, and infighting between the organizations spread. This continued lack of transparency and continued deception going on between these world powers spread corruption, greed, mind control, and horrific crimes against humanity. Again, that's from Lisa Renee. The Montauk Project had a history of colonization on Mars between Orion humans and Zetas, the Greys. These were dimensional blending projects with alien technologies that allowed time travel to the future. Here's where we can begin to see the connection between the Nazi agenda and the Alternative 3 agenda. So if Alternative 3 got infiltrated, more than likely it's connected to Montauk, because Montauk has a connection with the Zetas and time travel technology, and they are the ones that were mind controlling Hitler to win the Second World War. So now we see what the war's really about. It's like, we just thought it was a bunch of, war, the brutality and barbarism of war, and it's a multidimensional war. It's based on these galactic wars that have been going on. Alien and advanced technology was hidden by the power elite and taken off planet, which fell into the hands of corporate greed and power mongers. The same human and non-human entities who succeeded in take over control of the planet are those who broke up these main organizations into several breakaway civilizations. And so when people ask, why would they want to spray the skies? What about their kids? What about them? Isn't that going to affect them? It's like, they've got all the advanced technologies, and Captain K, my friend Randy Kramer, we're not sure, his story, but he's either downloaded memories of somebody who was on Mars because they wanted the story to be told through him, or it was actually him. But no matter what, it happened. What he is sharing, and he got his limbs blown off and grown back with these technologies. And if you're off planet buying a condo on Mars and you've got all this advanced technology, and you have cures for cancer and everything like that, it's like, they're not caring about us. And so, those days are over. I mean, they absolutely are over. From a book called Spacegate, The Veil Removed, it is suggested that the Bilderberg, the Council of Foreign Relations, and the Trilateral Commission are the secret government, and they have their hands on all the alien technology, and they run their show through MJ-12. Eisenhower didn't trust MJ-12, and so set up a unit in the U.S. Marine Corps to keep an eye on them, and he also warned us in his final speech. So, Alternatives 1, 2, and 3 got infiltrated and corrupted, manipulation and total takeover by the shadow government. It was not Eisenhower's intent, so he legally signed into law the USMC, United States Marine Corps Special Section, to watch MJ-12. And basically it turned into an ethical super soldier program to balance the situation. It's called Project Moonshadow. And basically it was creating super soldiers, but not through trauma-based mind control, but through creating sort of a sub-personality that was working with the cancer-fighting ETs of the universe to help to offset what the mind control super soldier programs, which are trained assassins, sex slaves, and all the ones to do their dirty work. So if you're going to try and defeat it, you almost have to become it, but they didn't want to do a super soldier program. But the programming for these super soldiers was to heal and to regain themselves again and to be on a healing path. And so you can only do the best that you can do. Now they're under legal authority to disclose because he signed into law back then, which I just found out about a couple months ago. It wasn't just a warning about the military-industrial complex. He signed into law that if they weren't able to handle this behind the scenes and things got to a certain point of like no return or it got really bad, that they would be under legal authority to disclose it no matter what. And so if you Google Captain K and Randy Kramer, he discloses everything. 5 colonies on Mars, which he defended. We're not sure if the memories have been downloaded into him because he's been cloned and age reversed. And at this point, it's just about the information. But he works with colonels and brigadiers that constantly give him information. And I've been his friend for a long time, and I know him well enough to know that there is sincerity. But just like anybody who's been in these projects, you're just still trying to make sense out of it. It doesn't mean you're lying. It's just you're just in a process of healing and trying to get to the bottom of it. But a lot of the information is definitely legit. So now they're allowing full-on disclosure. One of my favorite Ike quotes, I think that people want peace so much that one of these days government had better get out of their way and let them have it. Yeah. And so people are like, Laura, you should run for president. I'm like, I'm right there with it. It's like, no, we're going to start our own thing. But if I did need to run just to be a loud mouth for the masses to get in touch with this information, I'm completely in service and I'll do whatever it takes. I don't know what's going to happen yet, but... put me in the same room with Hillary Clinton. It's just like, oh my God. Yeah. It's like fire-breathing dragon. I do have that side. Okay. They have advanced technologies like time travel and teleportation that are not being used to protect us at all or help those in need or clean up the environment. Instead, they are being used for black budget projects that use millions of our lives and millions of our tax dollars. For some, the use of these are for our defense, but with all the criminal activity and infiltration that has happened, secrecy doesn't serve anyone, even if the original intent was to protect us. And the original intent also was to try and figure it out. How can you possibly tell the masses about ETs if you don't even know who's on your side and who isn't? I mean, it's the most complicated thing ever. And so we can't really blame anybody anymore. Let's just take it upon ourselves to make it right. That's all we can really do. In 2006, they attempted to recruit me into a hidden operation regarding the alternative 3 colonization on Mars scenario. I was pre-targeted before birth, and I've gotten that from a few sources and also all the readings I've gotten. So believe me, I've had so much regression done. I've had so many readings done. I've been at a clairvoyant institute for 2 years. I'm a completely transparent, open book. And I've made sure that I'm not being manipulated or controlled and that my information is coming from a legitimate source, which is my own personal truth and integrity. And so I've gotten myself checked out just to make sure, because I certainly wouldn't be standing up here without making sure, because I wouldn't want to do that to everybody. So I knew when I was going through the recruitment stuff that if I went, I would not be assisting in the organic ascension. And I was aware of all this as a child, that this was my calling, absolutely and totally. So that really helped. I declined to go to Mars because I believe the power of the human spirit is going to take us to the next level. I could also sense that something was not right about the recruitment. Basically, the aviary are the people that recruited me. You can find out more about them. But just like Project Blue Book and other things that are more on the surface, they were a very surface organization. And basically, when one would first maybe read about them, they're a UFO group that studies UFO phenomenon. They're a group of remote viewers, and they actually pulled my partner in, and my partner had an abduction. And I was like, well, it's interesting this group all of a sudden pulls you in. It's not like Dr. Mack. They're pulling him in, and all of a sudden he's ready to do a Mars mission. And I'm like, and this is before Project Camelot, or I even was comfortable with words like handler, or even like, I'm like, okay, didn't I see like some movie about all this kind of stuff? But I could tell that he was being majorly manipulated, but I had nothing to go on except for intuition and very powerful dreams I was having. And I decided to research the names that he was talking about. And I was finding nothing except, they just study UFO phenomena. I'm like, no. They set this up to pull him in, to make it look like he's channeling telepathically from these beings to do this mission on Mars. So I'm like, whatever beings he's talking to is artificial. It's artificial telepathy. And I came up with that word, and then 5 years later, somebody comes out with a website that mentions things like artificial telepathy and all this stuff. And so here's a quote from that website. The aviary is a collection of strange birds, a group of key scientists, military men, and intelligence agents who share an intense interest in UFOs, telepathy, remote viewing, parapsychology, mind control, and the creation of psychotronic weapons. Back when I was researching them, the mind control, psychotronic weapons were not included. It was just this other stuff, and I'm like, no, they're involved with something else. Maybe not every member knows it, but some members do. Because he would get phone calls and get codes and disappear for days and not remember where he went. And he used the term handler. He told me I could have a handler, and I'm like, I can handle myself. Like, I don't want a handler. That's the last thing, and especially like as rebellious as I am, like, not listening to teachers, like, yeah, handler. And people, told me Dr. Dream's my handler, Dr. Dream's being programmed and mind controlled to assassinate me. We went through all those attacks, and, and then, like, he calls up, he's like, I'm gonna come see you in 2 days, and I'm like, I'm like, this is my partner, right? I'm just like, so I had to do all the ceremony stuff and go deep into the psychic world to really get to the bottom of it, and it was a total target to manipulate us so that we wouldn't be together. So it's just been relentless, but the attacks change, and plants are put on the path, fake profiles and just smear campaigns, and seriously, it's becoming just really entertaining, but it used to really fry me, like really piss me off. But and it's not that I'm enjoying it, but I've certainly found a sense of humor. And I've always had that to fall back on, thank God. We are going to the stars, but we need to take care of this planet first, and we need to develop ourselves in this shift time, or we will keep taking the same problems and dilemmas to other worlds, and we need to be the ones to stop the patterns, particularly in this beautiful window period that we're in. Alternative 4 is about connecting with the organic time. And I came up with this term alternative 4. I'm like, if they're gonna try and get me to go with alternative 3, and I'm like, we're creative beings, what about alternative 4? You know, and you know, all the projections on the feminine are like, oh, stupid woman, you know, blah blah blah. You know, and like we're used to being shut up, we're used to being silenced, we're used to having like our wisdom like not appreciated or accounted for, and it was just like, all right, you know, enough of that. And I just said to myself, I'm going to come up with the term alternative 4, and I know that we're in this window period and we're going to ascend. So let's empower this. And it's really about connecting with the organic timeline and the divine blueprint of our incredible human potential as a unified species and as individuals. We can work with the higher dimensional races of the cosmos. We need to understand our DNA and how it connects to the stargates on this earth. We need to embrace our dark and light and overcome the agendas that seek to conquer and divide all of us. During this window period of 2012 to 2017, called the stellar activation cycle, we have a profound opportunity to achieve this. And embracing our light and dark is where, and the masculine and feminine are where polarity are in a dance together. They work together. They're not fighting. They're not in competition. There's not power struggle. Because our darkness is the creative soil. Like we plant seeds in the soil and it grows new life. Darkness is rich and fertile. Darkness is beautiful. I mean, it's nighttime every evening. I mean, dark is dark. It's when we don't embrace our dark that other things run the show and get in there and control us. And we've been taught to fear our darkness and our power. We need to, embrace all that and come into balance. During this window period, we do indeed have a profound opportunity. There are many, many more benevolent ET races than malevolent. It is important that we understand the full picture so that we can tell the difference and protect our human rights and achieve our highest potential. Benevolent races don't tell us what we should do. They encourage us to work on ourselves and learn what it means to be our own savior. There are those helping us, but it is up to us to step up to the plate. Just like, you know, our health. I mean, everything that we go through on a physical level or in our lifestyle tells the macro story immediately. So if we're out of balance, it's easy to get psychically attacked. It's easy to attract germs, viruses, parasites. But we're born into an imbalanced world, so sometimes we have to get sick to become stronger. It's a blessing, you know? It really is. All the sickness and adversity and hell that I've gone through has just done more wonders for me than anything. So we have to step up to the plate, because if we say, hey, I want to heal, we can't just snap our fingers and our immune system's going to do it. We have to change our diets, you know, sometimes. We have to eat better food. We have to change our belief systems and our negative behavior patterns. Then our immune system's like, great, I'm here. I've always been here, just like the benevolent races. But they're not going to really assist us if we keep trashing ourselves and each other in this earth. You know, they're waiting, though. They're not going to abandon us. God's source, you know, the Creator doesn't abandon us.
If you enjoyed this, make sure to watch the next video on Awaken Zone. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, but you won't want to miss what's coming next.